Hi again, everybody. Well, it is a pre-Friday morning. That's what we're going to look at it. We're going to say, hey, it's not quite the weekend, but we're getting there. It's Thursday morning, and we're live today on Facebook and on the BrazilTimes.com and wherever else you might be watching this, Twitter or my personal blog. But at any rate, we're glad that you're here today, and let's get to what's new in Clay County today. Ivy Jacobs is reporting a woman took a leap of faith to help others by asking her husband to build a blessing box for Grace Chapel Ministries. I saw one of these on Pinterest and asked my husband if he could build it, said Lee Pritchard. Now, the blessing box, and we have a picture of it on our website, it looks like one of those little libraries that you've seen. We have one at Forest Park. We have one by the Historical Society Museum. I know there's one outside our church, and what those do is people can contribute books and they can take books, and it works out really well. Well, this lady's taken that idea just a little step further and has asked her husband to build a blessing box, and so that's kind of a neat thing that you can find out about today on our website, www.thebraziltimes.com. Teresa Glenn, who is the City of Brazil Plan Director, reminds us that if you blow grass into the street, you can be fined up to $300 a day for doing that. So you may want to think twice about it. I was on my way to Rotary yesterday, driving down that street that the restaurant's located on, and sure enough, there was a man who was mowing grass for a nonprofit organization. I'll not embarrass them by telling you which one it was, but he's blowing the grass right out into the street. And I thought about stopping and saying something to him, and I thought, I'm not the grass police. So I didn't do that. But you may want to keep that in mind. $300 a day, and that's like on the after the third offense, but $300 a day for blowing your grass clippings into the street. What's the problem? Well, the problem is it clogs up the gutters. And when the gutters get clogged, then the water has nowhere to go when it rains. And guess what? The streets get flooded. Another problem I found out yesterday, I just happened to run across it on the internet, is that motorcycle riders, it causes problems for them because when the grass gets wet on the streets, it makes it slippery, and when that happens, it's easy to lose control of your motorcycle. And my little 125 scooter is probably more susceptible than a big motorcycle to that. So please don't blow your grass clippings onto the street. And I know some people are upset. You know, they're saying, well, nobody can tell me what to do with my grass clippings. Well, yeah, you're right, nobody can. But the city says they can fine you up to $300 a day, so I would not want to do that if I were you. Another story, Clay County resident Benjamin Grissom is among 3 employees of the Wabash Valley Correctional Facility promoted to correctional sergeant recently. And you can read about Benjamin Grissom and his career with the Wabash Valley Correctional Facility. The Hunting with Hunter Foundation awarded its 3rd scholarship recently in the amount of $2,500 to the 2016 Northview graduate Jacob Dean. The scholarship was established, of course, in memory of Hunter Max Harrison. And finally, we've got more information. It was right after we did our live broadcast yesterday that I found this out. Got a call from Angeline Protégère from Duke Energy, and she is the spokesperson for Duke Energy. She said there was 3,600 people. Let me double check that. I think that was right. Yes, 3,600 customers, not people, but customers, were without power the other day when a squirrel got into a substation. And you'll have to forgive me, now that it's over, all I can think of is that old song, when the church went berserk, when the squirrel got into the church. Well, the squirrel got into the substation and caused a lot of problems. I'm sure that squirrel did not survive after he bit into the electrical wiring, but at any rate, Angeline told us the power went out at 1:30 p.m. and was restored to all 3,600 customers by 5 p.m. Something that's interesting, kind of a side note about that. When I called Duke Energy the other day to find out about the outage, the first thing they said was, "Where are you located?" And I said, "In Brazil." Brazil, the country? No, Brazil, Indiana. Well, come to find out, Duke Energy is outside of the United States now. They have grown so that they are actually supplying electricity to Brazil, the country. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But at any rate, a squirrel gets in, chews on the wrong wire, and bzz, that's the end of squirrel, and also causes a lot of problems for Brazil residents. So that's what we're looking at today. Let me see if we got anything else going on here. Okay. Some things you may want to think about this Labor Day weekend, particularly if you're taking off for a 3-day trip. Duke Energy has offered tips to save on your electric bill while you're out of the house. And there's some things there that I had not heard before, not thought of, so you may want to check out our website and check out those money-saving tips for your electric bill. So I think that that's just pretty much it that we have new on the website today. I'm sure there'll be more coming in throughout the day that we'll be adding to the website. And of course, tomorrow we'll have more news for you in our print edition, the Brazil Times. So we hope that you will pick that up and enjoy reading the Brazil Times. But for now, this is Coffee. I'm Frank, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.